episode 4 of Trust the Podcast. And this weekend, the NFL playoffs, Super Wildcard Weekend is starting. Fellas, how we feeling?
Depression.
Ambition.
I mean, you ain't wrong. I wanted to send you a picture of that jacket and be like, who's ready to lose to the Bucks, baby?
I'm a fucking suicide watch out here. I ain't lying. I got the Bucks winning. I'll say it now.
That is tragic.
I did see one post that people are theorizing that the Eagles are playing possum and throwing games to fight the lower seed and then come back strong in the playoff.
I thought that too. I thought that too like 3-4 weeks ago, dude. I'm surprised the Eagles fans haven't thought of that.
All the Eagles need to do is get one win, though.
I think that's desperate Eagles fans is what that is.
Yeah, the Eagles only needed to beat one team, like win one of the last three, and we would have locked the first seed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think
Cardinals
so.
Couldn't beat the Giants. I mean, that's pretty bad.
And you don't want to go on the road in the NFL. Winning on the road is impossible, it feels like, in the playoffs.
It's not impossible. The last time the Ravens made their playoff run, they played all their games on the road. Oh, that's not true. We played the Colts in Baltimore, but yeah.
Well, I don't know if they are throwing. I don't know if it's if the players want them to or if the coaches want them to.
Oh, God.
But I mean, granted, the game against the Giants didn't really mean shit because either way we were still in the playoffs. But how the hell do you get 24-0 at halftime
against the Giants, bro? They're
like the Giants,
30th ranked offense in the NFL. That's pretty bad.
Well, I'll tell you
something's wrong.
The Eagles do not scheme well against blitzes. Okay, they refuse to do hot routes. They absolutely refuse it. And that's why Jalen, everyone's like, oh, he's a one-read quarterback and he runs. Bro, he literally is one reading to all vertical routes. Eagles do not run any quick routes. They run no slants. They run nothing. It's all slow goes, vertical routes, all crossing routes. It's awful.
Well, then the one slant we did, AJ Brown caught it. Great, sent AJ Brown's free. But then he puts one hand on the ball and the guy punches it out, fumble.
Yeah. AJ Brown stinks. He's a loser. And also he faked the injury too, by the way. I just want that to be on record.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, he's fumbled the ball allegedly.
Yeah, he fumbled the ball. I don't know for people that didn't watch the game. He fumbled the ball. The guy tapped it with a pinky, and he fumbled it. And then he fell down and he cried like a little girl. Said he was hurt. Limped off the field. And then right as he got about to the locker room, he started jogging and was fine. And then he was seen after the game with no injury or anything at all.
Well, yeah, so he definitely probably didn't want to play to risk being injured for the playoffs.
Yeah, he just didn't want to play, which is loser mentality, in my opinion.
That is loser mentality. That's stupid.
Yeah.
And then
sorry.
We didn't score a single point until we threw all the backups in.
Yep. Then Jalen's finger got all jacked up. Oh god, this is just looking like it's over. But that's okay.
There's something going on in the background. Someone's gonna get fired.
Oh yeah, 100%.
At the end of the year, whether it's Nick or somebody, whether we win or not, something's changing. Something's happening.
Oh yeah, Nick's gone. Everyone, the offense coordinator's gone. Matt Patricia's gone. Sean Desai's gone. Brian Johnson's gone. It's clean house this year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is a historical collapse, by the way. The Eagles are the first team in NFL history to go 10-1 and not win 12 games. And by the way, they did it with an extra game because they added the 17th game last year.
Yep.
So this is by far and away the biggest collapse in NFL history. And at that point, you got to fire somebody.
That sucks. Yep. I don't know how I feel about the playoffs because, all right, so the Ravens have the number 1 seed locked up, right? But I don't feel that confident against any team in the AFC right now except for the Texans. I think they're the only one we could beat without and probably the Dolphins again. I don't think the Dolphins would pose a threat.
Oh, you guys beat the Steelers bad. TJ Watt got hurt.
That's right. I forgot about Watt getting hurt. But it's Ravens Steelers, my guy. You never fucking know. That game is always just fucking chaos. It could be the Ravens could be the worst team in the league and the Steelers could be the best team in the league, and they'll play each other to a bloody field goal finish.
Yeah, I don't think the Steelers are beating the Bills though.
I don't think they're going to beat the Bills. I also don't want the Ravens to have to play the Bills. We do have Justin Tucker.
As far as the field goal goes.
That's my boy. I wear his jersey every week. Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know. The AFC playoffs are gonna be rough this year.
Yeah, that Miami Bills
A lot
game
of good
was
teams.
interesting. Like
Yeah.
Miami did pretty good in the beginning. I didn't really care who won. As far as my like family fantasy chart, I wanted the Dolphins to win because that's who I had, but it didn't
Right.
really matter. And then at the end, the Bills just came back and told me to get out of here. Apparently, that's the 4th division title in a row.
Yeah, they're dominant.
Because the
They are
Patriots are
dominant.
buns now, so.
Yep. Dolphins have been okay the last 2 years, but this year they were much better than last. But the Bills have been really good the last, like, I even say 5 years, but even I know it's only been 4 years in a row they won it, but they've been good since Josh Allen got there.
Oh, since he got there, I mean, his rookie season was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Here's a hot take. I think the Dolphins need to fire Josh McDaniel.
What? Wow,
Yep.
that's a hot take.
I think he's a good coach. I think he's a good offensive coordinator. I don't think he should be the head coach. He doesn't have, for lack of a better term, he doesn't have that dog in him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the defense did really give up in Miami. Like they were playing way too far back.
They just gave up, and I don't know. You look at the Dolphins, and they're a good team, but they're too flashy. They're too focused on the big play, the crazy, ridiculous plays with Tyreek Hill and
the speed
and all that stuff. And then they go up against a physical, punch you in the mouth team like the Ravens, and they got dicked on.
That's how you win in NFL, though.
They don't have that. Yeah, they don't have that physicality, that kill 'em mentality that a really good football team needs to have. And I think that's Josh McDaniel.
No, it's Mike McDaniel.
Or what's that? Is it Mike?
Oh
shit,
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I think Josh is Raiders.
Raiders, yeah. Sorry, excuse me, Mike McDaniel.
He got.
But yeah, I just don't think I don't think he knows how to coach that type of team.
No, he's not a winning team.
I think he needs to be dropped into the offensive coordinator position because Miami's offense is really good. And I think if he was still calling the plays for that, that'd be great. But they need a better head coach.
Yeah, but you can't like push him down. You say, oh hey, you're gonna be OC. He's like, all right, cool. I'm gonna leave and go head coach somewhere else.
Yeah, oh yeah, he'll end up at the Jets or something. But
yeah, the Jets would do it. Oh, actually, I guess they have Salah. They probably wouldn't. But.
I was gonna say also, if you think for 1 second Aaron Rodgers would listen to anything Mike McDaniel had to say, you're full of shit.
Yeah,
I know. I like Mike McDaniel, but that's only because I'm a little biased because he's friends with Dan Soder, and I watch a lot of Dan Soder, and he's like a comedian and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as far as a guy himself, he's pretty interesting.
Oh,
he's a pretty chill guy.
Vapes on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Wears sneakers. Sprints to the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, he's chill.
Oh, he's awesome. Like as a guy, he's great. There's nothing against his personality. I just don't think he knows how to coach that physicality into his team.
No, I agree.
To be able to.
Well, they're all about like high-low concepts. They're all about like these man beater concepts, which is like just no physicality. It's just pure finesse.
And that's great when you're playing not very good teams.
Yep.
Like good teams know how to deal with that, and I mean, it was proved through the whole season. The Dolphins had one of the easiest schedules in the NFL this season. And
didn't they only beat one winning record?
Yeah, they only beat one team with a winning record.
It was the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It was the Cowboys. Let's go. Funny.
That's pretty good right there.
They barely beat them too.
How about them boys? We them boys. This is our year.
Every year's their year. Speaking of, I was wondering if you guys wanted to go around the table and throw out some realistic Super Bowl picks. And this is like who you guys really think will make it there, and you can give who you think will win as well.
All right.
Detroit versus Ravens.
Damn.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Who you got spicy.
though? Dude, that's a hard one. Oh my god.
I mean, the last time the Lions played didn't go great for the Lions.
I think I know.
I think if Detroit can make it there, though, there's so much momentum in their favor.
Yeah, what a storyline that'd be, bro. My god.
I mean, yeah, they've never even been to a Super Bowl. That would be pretty impressive.
Yeah, and if it's not Detroit, it'd probably be Dallas. But I don't know.
You're not rating San Francisco, huh?
Wow.
No, dude.
Wow. Dude, San Fran killed the Cowboys when they first met this year.
They did. They got dominated.
Okay, I kind of like the Lions.
I'm just looking at it. I just kind of looking at it at this point in the game, like at this point in the season. Like, I feel like a lot of teams have changed to where they first were in the beginning of the year to where they are now.
Oh,
Agreed.
100%.
I mean, you could look at Philadelphia as one of the best to see that. I mean, I'm sorry, they were dominant, and then just fell off.
The Eagles weren't, though. The problem is the Eagles, I looked at this the other day. The Eagles had a +7 point differential in the
In
first
that-
11 weeks. They had
Really?
won by they beat all their teams totaled by 7 points.
And a lot of those came from like the second half, like third and fourth quarters, like just dropping the bag all the fucking time for the Eagles.
Yeah.
But their first half in all those first 10 games, their first half was insanely good. It
Yeah.
was absolutely dominating. And then
Yeah.
they would drop the bag and then somehow they would lose like I mean more than a 14-point lead against whoever the hell they were playing after third.
Yeah.
Eagles
It's insane.
look like the Ravens did last year.
Oh,
Last year,
100%.
The Ravens went into
Yeah.
every single game with a halftime lead last year and lost 7 of them.
It's true though. Well, and like the other thing about the Eagles that I think about is like they easily this year could be like a 5-win team. Like the Kansas City Chief drop, like the guy dropped the wide open touchdown. I mean, you had Dak Prescott step out of bounds before he scored a touchdown. I mean, there's just a lot of like games that were like the Redskins dropped a wide open touchdown. Like there's just
Forgot
so
about
many
that game.
games this year that the Eagles have just barely clawed out. And like the other thing that I think
They
about,
went
like
to the overtime with the Commanders.
yeah, and overtime with the Bills, and we barely beat that. Like there's like easily 5 to 6 games this year you could have said the Eagles could have lost easily. And the other thing that I kind of want to bring up was with the Eagles is I kind of think that if they're able to beat the Buccaneers and they're able to like find some sort of like consistency and rhythm and identity, they have way more talent than any other team in the conference, maybe besides the 49ers. So like to me, it's like if they can really get going, they are a top 2 team in the NFC.
And I do think that if anyone who can beat the 49ers definitely has a good shot to win the Super Bowl.
You know what? Actually, I kind of agree with Andy at that point. Of the teams in the playoffs, I think the Lions do have the best shot to beat the 49ers.
With just running the ball.
Running the ball and the way their defense is built, Brock Purdy isn't great at throwing it down the field, and the Lions' corners aren't super good, but their defensive line is really good, and their linebackers as well. Alex Anzalone, that guy's a stud.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to demolish San Francisco in that short kind of West Coast offense style they play.
The Lions' defense is just not good though. I just
Well,
don't think it is.
It's half and half. They're like the Eagles actually. Their defensive line is phenomenal.
Yeah.
But their secondary is not great.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
obviously, Cody, you got the Ravens winning the AFC.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think they will play in the Super Bowl?
All right, Super Bowl. I mean, it's got to be. Fuck, dude. I hate to say it, but possibly. Well, there's 3 schools of thought here, right? You got the Niners, you got the Lions, you got the Cowboys. I think those are the 3 teams that are most likely to make it to the Super Bowl from the NFC.
Yeah, they are the top
Of those 2.
You didn't say Eagles? Come on, man.
No, I didn't say Eagles. That was what I was. Speaking of which, here you want to hear the point differential difference between the Ravens and the Eagles this season?
Oh god,
Okay.
it's gonna be like 150 points. I bet.
No, so the Eagles had a point differential between like their own offense scoring and opposing offenses scoring of 5 points at the end of the season. They were ahead by 5 points. The Ravens are ahead by 203.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well,
the
yeah,
Eagles
because that one game
won.
you beat the Dolphins by like 30.
Well, yeah, and we beat the Seahawks by 33, and we beat the Lions by 30, and
right. The Eagles haven't blown anyone out. They haven't won handily all year.
The one thing that stresses me out about the Ravens is we play bad teams at their level. You know what I'm saying? Like we came into those games against the like Super Bowl contender teams like Miami and the 49ers and the Lions red hot and just fucked on them. But we also lost to the Colts in overtime. Like what the fuck is that?
Damn.
That's true. So here,
anyways,
who's your who's your secondary? Like, if the Ravens don't win, who's going?
Buffalo. Actually, no, Cleveland.
Oof.
Ooh.
Cleveland.
Oof.
Joe
I mean-
Flacco. If the Ravens don't do it, Joe Flacco is going to take the Cleveland Browns to a Super Bowl.
Damn. Joe Flacco sling it all the way.
Joe Flacco was the only thing their offense was missing. I mean, it's been proven.
Damn.
Deshaun Watson. Excuse me.
Did-
Yeah, he proved it. Deshaun Watson got hurt, and then DTR got hurt,
Yeah.
and then their third backup was just awful. So he got benched, and they signed Joe Flacco, and he just came out fucking slinging it.
Damn.
Over 300 yards a game every game he's played this season. He's only had like 4 interceptions, like 15 touchdowns.
They
He's
did win
killing.
4 in
He's
a row
absolutely
before
killing
they
it.
lost to the Bengals.
Yeah, their only loss was to the Bengals, and that's a divisional loss, so that it's different.
Yep. I mean, PFT even said that the NFL Comeback Player of the Year is Joe Flacco.
Absolutely. I can't believe they gave that to DeMar Hamlin, bro. Come on.
What,
Like, I
they
get
did?
he almost
Oh
died.
my god. They
I get he
actually
almost
gave
died, and
it?
that's
Like,
pretty
literal
tragic or whatever, but
comeback.
the man didn't play a fucking game this season. Joe Flacco literally came out of retirement. He was like at home with his kids.
Oh my god.
And the Browns
they
were like, hey, you want to take us to the fucking playoffs? And he was like, hell yeah, brother.
I'll take
I
you.
can't,
We need a
I
quarterback.
can't
You
believe
win.
the NFL did that.
Unbelievable. And Joe Flacco's
Because they
undefeated
like their
in
storylines and
Cleveland.
stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
I-
pretty wild, dude.
unbelievable. Yeah, he should
It
have been
shows
comeback
how
player
good
of
he
the year
is.
for sure.
Like,
He's so
he can
good.
ball out, dude.
No, he was
He's
an
just
elite
really
quarterback
smart.
for the Ravens, and he's really smart, and he's got an arm, man. He's almost 40. And have
Yeah,
you
he's got
seen? I
good
mean,
technique, man.
he throws darts. It's unbelievable. And he
Hmm.
knows exactly what he's doing. He's been around long enough. Like he's
Yeah,
a
he's
wily vet.
38. Jesus.
And he's not injury prone.
Homer.
And
You say that now, bam, he's done, bro. He's done
I was gonna say I got to knock
round
on
one,
wood.
man.
Now, see, I don't want
Hey.
the Browns. I don't want the Browns to go to the Super Bowl. I want the Ravens to. But if anyone else has to, and I hate to say this because it's another AFC North team, and I fucking hate all of them. But I want it to be the Browns.
What?
Just for Joe Flacco, man. I want him to get that
What?
second ring. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's
Homie.
fair. It's kind of like whether you like the Grizz or the Bobcats in Montana. If one of them gets in the playoffs, you root for them because of solidarity.
Dude, no shot. I am never voting for the Cowboys ever to win a Super Bowl. Never.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Never.
don't want the
Giant-
Browns.
I don't want the Giants
Browns.
to
No,
win one.
you misunderstand me. I don't want the Browns to win a Super Bowl. I want Joe Flacco to win a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I get
the
it,
others
I
are
get
just
it.
extra baggage.
Cowboys definitely no. Giants maybe depending who they play.
No, hate the Giants. Fucking.
I would never do Steelers. Based on like Pennsylvania solidarity.
Hell no.
Fuck the Steelers.
That's what I like to hear.
I will never ever root for the Steelers. I don't care who the fuck's playing for the Steelers. Lamar
the
Jackson can be
Redskins.
playing for the Steelers, and I wouldn't root for him.
Dude, honestly, if a player leaves the Eagles and goes somewhere else, if they go to the Cowboys, they're dead to me.
Yep,
I don't want them to
Mhm.
see win anything.
Damn
that's
right.
fair.
So,
All right,
Robert, who
Tyler,
do you
so-
got? You go first. I got a spicy one.
Oh god.
You
Oh
go
god. Okay, so obviously I hope that the Eagles will make it, but who knows?
Bro, you can't even say the straight face.
Started
And-
laughing.
And so if they make it, right, it's, I mean, AFC, as it has been in the normal season, is kind of wide open. They all have a good shot.
hmm
Like, you think being the number 1 seed, it's most likely the Ravens. But
You would think that.
if it's not them, I mean, probably the Bills, because, hold on, when they won like 5 in a row.
Yeah, I think 6.
Let's see, hold on, let me look.
They were. I think they were 5 and 6.
1,
They went
3, 5. Yeah, after the Eagles game, they won 5 in a row.
5. Okay, yeah.
Like, they're hot right now.
Real
Balance looking
hot.
Pretty good. The Dolphins are okay. Like, Davis shot. Texans and Browns are kind of the dark horses. There's the Chiefs, which could always do it, but nobody wants them to, and they're
Fuck
gay,
the
and they're not
Chiefs.
that good
Fuck
this
the
year.
Chiefs. Hate 'em.
So I'm thinking it's either Ravens or Bills, and then
Yep.
either Eagles or
Really, you put Eagles top 2, huh?
well, I mean, I want them to go. I don't think
Oh,
they
okay.
are, but
All right, I respect that. Hey, you never. Hey, we got talent, bro. We have second most top talent in the NFC.
I mean, I kind of want to say the Lions. I like that dark horse too. Like,
Damn.
it'd be fun.
I
I
like
mean,
the Lions.
ride the wave. They won their first division. They're having a playoff game. Just Ride the momentum, go all the way through. That'd be sick.
And it's
That'd be
the
kinda cool.
first, for those who don't know, this is the first playoff game hosted in Detroit in 30 years.
Longer than we've been alive.
30 years, longer than we've been alive. It's been since the Detroit Lions have hosted a
Woo!
playoff game.
Yeah, so it's been the first one at Ford Field because didn't they have an
So-
old stadium?
Yes, sir. So you know they're
Oh
fired
my
the fuck
God,
up
bro.
about that.
I just
I
can't
saw a
wait for
video.
Stafford to beat them.
I saw a video of Dan Campbell losing his shit when he realized the Lions were going to have a home playoff game for the first time in forever.
That's cool, dude. It's
That's
a cool
amazing. Dan Campbell's a
storyline.
good guy.
Dan Campbell's cool, man.
Yeah,
The Eagles
he
should have
is.
hired him.
Yeah, we made a mistake. No
I
doubt
do.
about
I
it.
do also like the storyline of like Joe Flacco with the Browns potentially playing Baltimore. The Matthew Stafford Jared Goff trade accumulating this game
Yep.
because Stafford's gonna have to come back on the Rams
Back
to
to
Detroit.
Detroit. And then Goff
Yes,
will
sir.
be playing the Rams. Sean McVay traded him. I don't know. Both those guys are going to be.
Huge storyline.
It's going to be ugly.
Yeah, dude. No doubt. That's awesome. That Rams line game's a must watch.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you can't miss that one.
The Cowboys
then-
Packers
Sure.
game I think is either going to be a good game or the Cowboys will blow them out. I feel like there's no in between.
Man, it's the Packers though. They're good in the playoffs, at least until they get to the NFC Championship.
That's why I'm
Um,
saying it could be a good game.
It could be a good game. Jordan Love has real good stats this season. The Packers got hot at the right time right here at the end of the season. They kind of figured their shit out. But it's also Dallas in Dallas, and they're undefeated at home this season.
Undefeated. Actually, isn't it 2 seasons now?
I think it is 2 seasons now,
I
yeah.
think they're the first team ever to go 2 seasons undefeated at home. God
Damn.
damn. That is just.
Let's see.
I think it's 18 games. Or 17 games at least, right?
Yeah, hang on. I'll let you know. Yeah. Yep. They've won 16 straight games at home.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh God, dude. That's yeah. I guess this kind of alludes into my Super
All
Bowl
right, what are
picks.
you thinking, Tyler? Oh no, don't say it.
Oh,
Don't say
he's
it.
got some dog shit ones, folks. I was listening to him spout nonsense earlier.
I'm scared of what he might say.
All right, I'm gonna throw out my ultra realistic one. It's really fucking boring. Nobody wants to hear it. Ravens,
Niners.
Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got Ravens winning. But in my this is not even that far a stretch. I don't think. I think the Bills are gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna win the AFC. I personally
Really?
do. I think they're the hottest team in the AFC right now. Personally. I look at the defense, they're looking pretty fucking good. I know they got a lot of injuries, but they look really fucking good, I think. The offense looks fucking unstoppable. That offensive line for the Bills is really good. The run game is really good. Like, they are probably the most balanced team on offense, I'd have to say, in my opinion, in the AFC. I can see them winning. The only thing I can see them struggling with is the defense. I think that could really tarnish them. I don't know. They deal well with running quarterbacks, though. So that's why I think that they have a chance at dealing with the Ravens. If anyone does, it's the Bills. I think it's going to be Bills, Ravens in the AFC Championship game.
No. See, I think that's certainly a possibility, but I think the Browns have the best chance of taking the Ravens out. It's a divisional rival.
Yeah, that's true.
They've got the Ravens' old quarterback on their team. Their defense is second only to the Ravens this year. Their offense is top 5 right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I think the way
That's
you
gonna be
beat
a
the
home
Ravens, though, is outscoring them, not playing hard defense. Because, in my opinion, the Ravens are going to score no matter what defense you throw out there.
Yeah,
They're going to score. You just got to
I
score.
guess that's true.
I think you
And-
win by keeping the Ravens off the field. That's my opinion. If the Bills can run the fucking ball well and the Ravens don't get many touches, I think, and that Browns can do that too, by the way. The Browns will really get a run game.
Oh, the Browns
So
have a great run game.
I don't think, I think, I hate to say this, the Ravens probably the harder of the two stretches between the 49ers and Ravens. The 49ers are going to steamroll everybody and go Super Bowl this year. That's what I think's going to happen. But in my weird world, I got Bills, Rams. All right.
Ooh.
I think the Rams are going to the
Ooh.
fucking Super Bowl, actually. If the 49ers
Somehow choke.
somehow choke. And okay, this is my little textbook idea. I got the Rams winning against the Lions. I actually think the Rams are going to beat them by a touchdown. I think, and that's actually true. I don't think the Lions are going anywhere. I think they're a first round exit actually. I don't
See, I just
believe in
think
the
that's
Rams.
nonsense,
Or
man.
I don't believe in the Lions. I don't believe in them.
First playoff game at home in 30 years.
Yeah,
Jared
that's a
Goff's
cool
got something
story.
to prove. He lost against Matt Stafford in LA last year. And no, it's not going to happen.
I think the Rams are really good. I think the Rams are really, really good. I think their run game is top tier in the NFC, right with the 49ers. Their play action game with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp is insane. I don't think Sean McVay is probably the best quarterback or coach in the NFL, in my opinion, at least for offensive mind. He always seems to have the right answer and the right time. I mean, I've watched them play over the last like 5 weeks. Dude, this run game they have is insane. The concepts they're running are really good. I like their trap and power plays with the counters. Wish the Eagles would do more of that. That's a side note. But I think that the Rams actually, this is realistic for me because they actually have they don't have a terribly hard road to the Super Bowl. I don't think either. I think the Lions are a pretty easy team to beat. I think I just don't believe in them personally. I don't believe in the Lions. I'm just saying that now. They're a cool story. They had one of the easiest schedules in the entire NFL this year, so that's something you got to take into account as well. And the other thing is if they have to play the 49ers the week after the Lions, I think the Rams stack up really well against the 49ers because you look at the defense for the Rams. They have Aaron Donald, and they have I can't remember their other defensive tackle, but he's really good. They have pretty damn good defensive ends and linebackers, and they got really good safety and corners out there. I think the Rams stack up really well with the 49ers, and I think personally it's all matchup driven in the playoffs, and it's all coaching driven in the playoffs. And I think Kyle Shanahan is the biggest fucking choker I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I think the Rams go to Super Bowl against the Bills, and the Bills win. That's my hot take.
That is a pretty
That
hot
could
take.
be an interesting one.
I think the Lions are going to dig on the Rams personally.
I would love to take a bet on that.
I
The
don't know if I'm confident enough to bet about it, but I think they are.
the Rams did beat the Niners by 1 point, and that was a battle of the backups. They had Carson Wentz and
Yup.
Sam Darnold out here. So
Jesus Christ.
Carson Wentz, baby.
he'll always be a bird.
Also, look up Matt Stafford's record because Matt Stafford didn't play for the entire year.
But I was gonna say, if that does come to a rematch in the NFC Championship, imagine how good of a game that could be if they both had starters out.
Niners, Lions,
Or Rams.
or Rams. That would be a good one.
I think the Rams are so good right now, dude. Like, I really do. I think they're steamrolling into the playoffs too. Because haven't
Yeah,
they
you
won their
said the
last
same
like
thing about the Eagles in Week
6?
10. So
Yeah, week 10 I did. Yeah, they were pretty good week 10.
no, I'm just fucking with you. I think the Rams have a decent shot at the NFC Championship. I'll give you that. I'll give you that much. I don't
They've
think
won
they're
4 in a
beating- I don't-
row. They did beat
4
the
in a row.
Giants by 1 point. Which was
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
They
That is
took the
true.
Ravens to overtime though. The Rams are weird, man, because
They
they're
play
good.
hard.
They play
They
hard,
play
but
hard, dude.
like not always at the right time. Like beating the Giants by 1 point is nothing to brag about.
No, but the Giants are playing. I hate to say
Well, they
it,
got
they're
nothing. They
playing
got nothing
pretty
to lose,
good
man.
at the end there, dude.
They got nothing to lose. They're going
I
balls
mean,
out.
They barely lost to the Ravens, and the Ravens are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion. They beat the Browns, by the way. I don't think that's talked about enough.
They did beat the Browns. That's pretty impressive.
Like, I look, and also, it's like, you got to look at it when Stafford came back. That's my opinion. Because, like, that's.
Well, it immediately got better, of course. And Puka Nacua
Right.
is a fucking problem. I
Yeah,
think
and Cup.
a Rams-Ravens Super Bowl, I think the Ravens win if we're healthy on defense.
Oh, yeah. I think the
We're
Ravens
gonna-
win, too.
We're getting Marcus Peters back, and is it Marcus Peters? No, Marlon Humphrey. Excuse me. And
That's big.
Kyle Hamilton back for the divisional round.
Yeah, I mean,
Kyle
in-
Hamilton could have played actually in Week 18, but the Harbaugh decided to sit him so he could rest up.
Right. Well, I think in a real world, like, if we're just being like, if I was to put money on something, it's definitely Rams Niners. But like in a world where I could see a couple things going in one way or not, I could see Bills making it, and I think the Rams
Well,
and
the Bills have a
Cowboys have a
chance.
chance too.
A Rams Cowboys NFC Championship would be wild.
I think the Rams are a nightmare for the 49ers if they beat the Lions. I don't think the Niners want to play the Rams because you got a division game there too.
They're one of those teams, like in the AFC, you got the Browns and the Bills, which are the two teams nobody wants to play.
Nope.
And in the NFC, it's definitely Rams and probably Cowboys, honestly.
I hate to say it, I think the Cowboys are really good this year. I didn't want to throw the Cowboys in there, but I hate to say this, the Cowboys have a really good shot at making the Super Bowl this year.
Mhm.
I think they'll win at home. So.
Oh, they're going to beat the Packers for sure.
Yeah,
I think it could probably be a good game, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate the Niners.
Wait, the Cowboys have won. Well, I guess they lost to the Dolphins and the Bills, but before that, they won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then they've won 2 in a row to end the season.
Yeah. I think their offense is a nightmare to play against, and I think their defense is pretty solid. I think Dan Quinn's been pretty good.
We watched part of that game. I mean, the Commanders stuck with them till
in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half. And then the Cowboys just blew them out.
Yeah.
See, that's another one too. So, say the Cowboys make the Super Bowl and the Ravens manage to make the Super Bowl too. That's another one. And obviously, I'm biased, but I think the Ravens win that one too because the Cowboys are another. They play that fucking short passing game, and that doesn't work against the Ravens. Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen shut that shit down. Kyle Hamilton coming up from his safety position is a monster.
Yeah, the Ravens are definitely the best team in the NFL right now.
We got Justin Madubuike. I don't care how fucking good your offensive line is. Justin Madubuike is going to get the quarterback once.
Yeah, Did you guys want to talk about some of the coaching carousel that's going on right now, real quick? And
well, let's get Andy's thoughts.
I did notice one thing I want to say real fast. So, the Ravens lost to the Steelers to end the season, right? 17-10. Now, if you look back, they played them earlier in the season, in September. Mm-hmm. They also lost 17-10.
They did indeed. And that was with our starters.
And taking a look at that, those 2 games are the lowest points the Ravens have scored all season.
Yep.
Every other game, it's, like 27, 19, 28, 30, 36, Good points, but so if you do somehow play the Steelers, it might not look great. But I just thought that was an interesting coincidence.
Ravens-Steelers are always low-scoring, bloody messes.
It's a division game, man. They're crazy.
It's the only division rivalry that can challenge like the hatred that the Cowboys and the Eagles have for each other.
Absolutely.
Is Ravens-Steelers.
Absolutely.
In the game last weekend, it was the Ravens had their backups in. We had nothing to play for. There was no reason for us to play as hard as we did. And a fight broke out on the third play.
Oh my god.
Yup. Also, that running back they have, Harris or Najee Harris,
Najee Harris
good.
Is good. Mm-hmm.
What if he get into Philly next year?
We got Dalvin Cook now, bro.
Really?
Yeah, we signed him a couple of weeks ago.
Damn, he kind of washed up though.
He is. I don't know. The Ravens make do with players that are washed up. We got OBJ. We got Nelson Aguilar.
That's true. That's true. You gotta wash the dust off of them, and then there might be a little bit better.
Hey, Jadeveon Clowney. What's he in his 10th year?
Yeah,
he's been playing out of his mind this year.
He's the one that sniped Carson Wentz, dude, in that playoff game. He literally sniped the dude's back of the head.
Yeah, the Ravens are averaging 28.5 points a game this year.
Damn. Pretty good.
Pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good.
They're kind of the best team in the NFL right now, no doubt about it.
We'll see. Andy, what are your thoughts on the Bears?
They suck.
Oh.
Fair enough. They suck for now. They have an immense, an overwhelming amount of momentum for the draft picks right now. I hope that they do a good job at least there and not try to get a new quarterback and waste their fucking draft picks. That's what I really hope.
That's fair.
I agree. I think they should keep Fields and build the offense around him with their pile of draft picks.
But they're starting to do some.
they're definitely doing some plays on their firing of the coaches right now and their coordinators. So
Yeah. I could definitely see the offensive coordinator going. Didn't the Bears finish the season like the number 3 defense in the NFL, though?
there's no way. Hold on.
I'd be surprised, but I could see it. The Bears always had a good defense, man. They always play up.
They always have a good defense.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see what Fox has to say about it. Oh, this is from a while ago.
And the Bears are competitive at the end of the year. I know that.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah.
Who knows how realistic?
Bears have had a very good mindset when it comes to defense.
Oh,
I mean,
always.
that's kind of like the Bears thing, but it doesn't really matter if you don't have a good offense. And
Yep.
You gotta have the
they're
support.
Gotta have both, man.
like, again, I feel like right now the thing that the Bears should be working on is working around building around Fields. Like
Yep.
Justin Fields isn't
100%.
bad, and I feel like if next year he does the same as how he did this year, then maybe you should think about it then. But I definitely think if you give him one more year, build an actual offensive line around the man.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to because we've given up our draft picks, I'm pretty sure, the past 2 years.
I don't know. You guys drafted that left tackle, didn't you guys, last year?
Yeah.
Or something like that? I can't remember fully, but yeah. I think you're right with the Fields thing. I don't think they should trade out. I think they should trade out of the first round pick and get a couple more first round picks and
Yeah, he
continue to build a team.
grew for like 2,500 yards.
Yeah.
16 touchdowns.
Yeah, and I mean the Bears' offense there's nothing like there really. So if you get something like you get Marvin Harris Jr., I mean this team could turn around pretty quick, especially with good coaching.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think really getting out that offensive coordinator, and I mean that's going to be, I think, the second biggest thing besides making sure you're building around your quarterback and your offensive line is being built. The second biggest thing is picking the right offensive coordinator for the job at this point.
Yeah, I think you guys got to go RPO heavy. I think Justin Fields would be really good in RPO system. Just kind of like what Jalen Hurts was last year. Just RPO him to death.
Yeah.
But you need an offensive line to do that. So I think they should draft offensive linemen and then do that. And then the other thing is, if you trade out of the first round pick, you could get a first round pick from a team next year. Like if you trade with the Giants, newsflash here, the Giants are gonna be bad next year too. I don't care what happens. The Giants are always bad. So you can probably get a quarterback next year if Justin Fields isn't the guy.
It's true.
I don't know. I my bad feeling is obviously they get rid of Justin Fields because they think he's unreliable after week 11 or whatever. Whenever he had his thumb injury, like,
yeah,
I just hope that they don't really take that too salty like and get rid of him.
Yeah.
I think give him a fresh new start, give him an offensive line that he can actually work with, give him a coordinator, give the whole team a coordinator, an offensive coordinator that can really do a good job. And yeah, I mean,
Right.
I don't know. It's the Bears though. I haven't really cared about the Bears since 2005. And to be truthfully honest, they had there was a moment in 2018, and then that before that was 2005.
Then the birds came, baby. The birds came flying in Chicago.
Well, the Birds came on their own faces at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, are you talking about
Wait,
double
wait,
doink,
wait.
dude? Oh my
mean,
god, dude! I don't even want to hear about double doink anymore, dude. We should
Sound can't be made.
that should be a part of this. We should make segments in the podcast called the moaning.
Oh my god.
For 5 minutes, we're all just yeah.
We'd like you all to enjoy this brief intermission.
Just ASMR.
Holy shit. Oh my my god, we gotta cut this section.
But anyway,
Anyways, boys.
Yeah, do we want to let's do we have anything else about NFL or
there was all like the coaching stuff.
Oh,
going
that's
on.
right.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about that for like 2
yeah,
minutes.
let's go. Let's
Real
do
quick.
it.
Pete Carroll is no longer going to
Gone.
be the head coach of the Seahawks.
14 seasons with the Seahawks.
He's about to die.
He's done.
Washington gone.
Oh, Ron
Gone.
Rivera.
I mean, this
dead.
man do
Bill
be
Bel-
70.
Bill Belichick done.
Dawn. Well, he's going to
It i-
Chargers, but
It's
Oh,
feeling
that's-
like I feel like Donald Trump right now is just going to all the NFL teams and
Fired.
firing
Fired.
people.
yeah, fired. They
You
call
want
it
to know
Pink
what
Slip
was
Monday.
one of the dumbest takes I've heard so far this football season? Talk about the coaching
Uh-oh.
shit.
Hmm.
I heard earlier, like a few weeks ago, the Steelers were like considering firing Mike Tomlin.
I take him.
What in the good fuck are you doing? Don't
Yeah,
do
but
that.
why?
Like
You
I
don't
hate,
fire
Mike,
this
I
man.
hate
No.
Mike, I hate Mike Tomlin, but he's so good.
I mean, I won't lie
He's
though.
generally
I
a
know he's
good
been to
coach.
He's had
playoffs.
17 consecutive winning seasons, my guy.
Yeah, but how many Super Bowls in the
2.
last 10 years?
2.
Have really? They won. They
Well,
won.
I guess
that.
they won their first one in what was that?
They won
09?
one against the Cardinals.
They beat the Cardinals, and then they won
Didn't
one against. He's won 2. Big Ben's got 2 Super Bowls under Tomlin.
Yeah, but that was
Let
like.
me find it.
It's been a while, but look at the team he's had to work with. Their drafting has been awful for
Oh,
the
that's
last like,
true.
15 years, and he somehow has won 2 Super Bowls with that. He has like Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky and Mason Rudolph as his quarterbacks this year, and somehow they won 10 games.
Okay, let's see here. The Steelers have won.
I
mean, that's
honestly,
true.
if they do release the Steelers,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, if Tomlin gets released from the Steelers, I do believe he
6-0
would probably
now,
he'd probably go to the
Yeah,
fucking
they beat the Seahawks in 06.
Philadelphia then.
Yeah,
It's been 14 years since they've.
it's been a
won,
hot
or
second.
been- But also, you're right. They haven't drafted well. I mean, honestly, I don't know if he's involved in the drafting. I have no idea. But
He's probably got some say.
I got
yeah.
a question. Who do you think is going to be the coach of Washington?
No, that
Ooh.
is a good
Because
question.
I think it's going to be Harbaugh.
Oh,
It's
shit.
Jim Harbaugh, really.
Wow.
I think
Like
he's
Michigan.
gonna
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
Michigan.
Michigan's
I
good.
think he's gonna
Yeah.
leave Michigan. He's gonna I have a feeling it's
The
either
NFL.
gonna be Washington or the Chargers. Like those are
Oh,
the
I
two
could
I
see the
can see.
Chargers too.
Yeah. I think
Well, I
Harbaugh
feel like
might do one more year in Michigan.
Washington would be
Mm,
perfect for him because they're in so much more of like a newer setting right now at this
That's
point.
true. Well, and Washington's got a lot of talent. Their coaching is just bad.
Yeah, their offense can do well. They
Their
show like
offense is
sparks.
good, man. They got
Yeah,
Scary Terry. He's
and they
really
got the
good.
2 overall pick too.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh, that's true.
That's
I forgot
that's a
about
big
that.
deal too when you're
There's
looking at
definitely potential.
because I think honestly, didn't Jim Harbaugh say he wanted to go to the NFL? I thought that was
He
why.
said he was thinking about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that's why it was rumored that he was leaving Michigan because he said he wanted to get out of college football.
Back into the NFL, yeah.
Well,
he
and
coached
the other thing
coached
is,
the
oh,
Niners
sorry.
to a Super Bowl a while back, 2012.
Mhm.
Right.
Last
Well,
one,
and the
Ravens.
other thing I bring up is, yeah, Baltimore. It was Ravens and Niners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, the NCAA suspended him for 3 weeks and also said that he was a cheater. So I think he doesn't really have a very good
Oh,
relationship with college football right now.
Yeah, he's not happy with the NCAA though.
No,
No,
he
he-
loves Michigan.
wouldn't be out
He's a
there.
Michigan alma mater. He loves Michigan to death. But I think actually on the basis of the NCAA trying to screw him over for what, scouting?
Hasn't
yeah,
he
for
been with
scouting?
Hasn't he been with Michigan ever since he left Niners?
I believe so, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a
think
lot of
so.
talk back then too, because when he first went to Michigan, they lost 3 years in a row to Ohio State. Or was
Yep.
it 4? It was 4 years in a row to Ohio State, which, if you know anything about college football, that might be the most
Brutal.
bitter rivalry.
Yes,
College
brutal
football.
right there.
You can talk
Absolutely.
all you want about Georgia and Florida and Alabama and Auburn or whatever, but I think Michigan Ohio State is the most brutal rivalry in college football.
Absolutely.
And then he turned it around. They've won 3 straight against Ohio State. He won a natty. I think you're probably right, Andy. I think he's going back to the NFL.
Yeah, I think the Redskins isn't a terrible spot for him to land. The Chargers would be better, I think. because I think the Chargers are one coach away from Super Bowl.
They've
There's
got so much talent.
Well,
Justin
and he could.
Herbert's great.
There is also. I mean, this is the most unlikely possibility for where Jim would go, but he might go to the Raiders.
I could see it.
Oh,
They are in desperate need of, but I don't know. With the controversy coming out of the NCAA, I think the Raiders have had enough controversy lately. I don't think they're gonna hire Jim Harbaugh.
no. They
Oh,
want. I
shit.
think the Raiders are going to hire their interim coach.
He did pretty
What they
good
have
coming
right
down
now.
coming down the end of the season. Didn't they win like
Didn't
3
They
in a row?
should.
Yeah, they won
hire that
4 or
guy.
5. I
Or
think.
yeah,
they
3, 4,
should.
5 of their last 6 maybe. But yeah,
Well, and if you're gonna go to Chargers, you're gonna get Justin Herbert, which is
yup.
a big deal too. I think
Belichick's going to the Chargers.
I could see that too.
I mean, Justin Herbert is textbook like ready for a coach to bring him up to Tom Brady level.
Yeah, that's got. There's a lot, dude.
He's got the raw talent. It's Brandon Staley is an awful coach.
Yeah, the Raiders
he's
won
so bad.
Just
3
did
of their last
nothing with
4.
it. Yeah,
3 of their last 4. That's awesome, dude.
it's pretty
Like,
good to
that's,
end the season after how they started.
No, yeah, the
And they beat the
Chargers coach
Chiefs.
deserved to give.
And they beat the Chiefs.
Oh yeah, he was awful.
Staley was a tragedy of a head
Apparently,
coach.
the Eagles are looking into hiring him as
Are
a defensive coordinator.
oh
for
god, I thought you were
next
saying
year.
coach. Jesus fucking
No,
Christ.
well,
Well, he was
at
good
least-
as a defensive coordinator.
Yeah, was he with the Rams? Isn't that?
Yeah, when they won the
Well,
Super Bowl.
Yeah. So there's 7 teams with openings, by the way, guys.
Jesus.
That's a lot. That's a fourth
a
of the
lot.
NFL. There's probably gonna be another one next week. Maybe 2 more next week.
You think there's gonna be another one on Monday?
Oh, there's no. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Monday night there'll be another one. Yep. For sure. No doubt about it.
It's like mid-game.
Yeah, the Falcons guy deserved
fucking
it.
comes down from his box and he says, "Get the fuck out of here."
I mean, if
dude,
they
you're
get
done."
shut out till halftime again, yeah, I would.
Oh, 100%. I get the water boy and give him the playbook.
Tyler, I was gonna say Robert and Tyler are gonna go to Philadelphia and shoot him.
Oh god. Oh yeah, he's.
We would
he's
fly
a
down
bad
to
man.
Tampa, go on the
Or-
field,
yeah,
be
sorry,
like, we're
Tampa.
calling the plays.
Call the plays. You fucking
Oh,
suck.
dude, if Nick Sirianni loses this game and he comes back to Philly, he's at risk of getting shot in the back of the head. I'm not lying about that.
You're gonna have to have some protection.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
This is the ad for Glock.
You
Oh my god.
need to kill someone? All right, Glock. They're done.
Buy
No
Glock.
problem.
So let's
Yeah,
see.
anyway,
Falcons have an opening.
That
Carolina
was
has an
deserved.
opening.
Definitely deserved.
Yeah.
The Titans
Carolina.
firing Mike Vrabel. That was
That's wild. I can't believe they did that,
Yeah.
actually. This is like his first losing season with the Titans, and they
I
were like,
know.
the fuck out of here. What are you doing, man?
He's great.
Vrabel's
Honestly,
a great coach. He won Coach of the Year in 2021.
I know they have no talent. What do you want him to do if you got
What do
nothing?
you want to do? I was going to say he had a rookie quarterback behind the second worst offensive line in football behind Carolina. But it's a
Right.
miracle they won 5 games with that shit. Like, that's all on
Oh
Vrabel.
yeah. Oh yeah, he's good. He can come to Philly. I think honestly there's connections there too because apparently the Eagles want people from the Bill Belichick tree.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
so
Vrabel
there's
used
some
to play for the
connections.
Patriots. I forgot about that.
And he was the linebackers coach and defensive coordinator for the Patriots at one point, I
Yep.
believe. So I think the Eagles. I mean, if the Nick Sirianni gets fired, and I think it's not even if, it's kind of a win. I think they'll hire either him, and I hate to say this other name. I really hate to say his other name, but Frank Reich is also
Really?
another. I think that he's a candidate for OC, maybe head coach, because apparently our ownership and GM love Frank Reich. I don't know. He did win a Super Bowl with us, so I could see there being maybe a little bit of, history there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The Falcons have. I mean, there's a lot of teams that have openings this year. Like the Falcons one, I don't know. That's kind of they're getting some talent under their belt in Atlanta. I mean, they got a good coach. I mean, maybe they could turn it around.
Yeah, they're kind of in like
Yeah.
a Washington situation.
Right. Yeah.
If they have a better coach, it could
Well,
work.
the Falcons had the easiest schedule in football this year and managed to have a losing season. So
Oof.
it's gonna be
This
a
is
little
true.
while before they're back on. it.
Yeah. That whole
Also, the
division's
NFC
awful.
South, which is the worst division.
Yeah, that division's so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really bad.
I mean,
Christ.
the Buccaneers won that at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
really
Ravens
bad.
had to win 13 games to lock down their division.
Saints 9-8, Falcons 7-10.
If the Ravens had gone 9-8, they would have missed the playoffs. There are no 9-win teams in the AFC in the playoffs.
Wow. Yeah, the NFC's weak.
That's true because the Texans at 10.
The Texans have 10.
Yeah, the NFC's
Steelers.
weak. Can we talk about the Jags, by the way? I wanted to bring this up because
Yeah, you want to talk about the Eagles having a collapse.
yeah, I have a take. I have a real take here, and it's going to be controversial. So get ready. Trevor Lawrence is ass. I'm going to say it now. I think he is one of the most overrated quarterbacks I've ever seen in my entire life.
See, I'll agree with
And
that. I don't think he's ass. I do think he's overrated.
so overrated. I mean, you guys, look at his stats, by the way. Did you know that Mac Jones has better stats this year than him?
Are you serious?
I am not even kidding. Actually, matter of fact, they
Oh no.
are trying to close out the game,
no.
right? They're trying to close the game out, okay? And this dude throws 2 interceptions against the Titans, okay? The Titans are not very good. The Titans were
No.
tanking. They were trying to lose, okay? I don't care what anyone says. The Jaguars are bad. They're really, really bad. Trevor Lawrence
Yeah.
is really bad.
Well, yeah, since
And-
they beat the Texans on Thanksgiving, they lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. Well, not 5 in a row because
They've lost
5 out
their
of
last
6,
six.
and
Same
the
as
only
the
team
Eagles
they
have.
beat was the Panthers.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You know what
The
started
only-
that? You know what
Hmm.
started that losing streak? The Jags had to play the entire AFC North except for
The Steelers.
the Steelers. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they went
it
Bengals,
started with
Browns,
them.
Ravens.
And that's a rough trio to play back to back to back.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll admit
yeah,
it. And
that's
then
true.
the Browns hurt Trevor Lawrence, and then their backup had to play against the Ravens. It wasn't pretty.
I mean, I don't think Trevor Lawrence is it. I really don't. I'm going off pure eye test here. He's not it, man.
I think I
He's
give him
not it.
one more year with Dougie P. If he
Oh,
can't
I
turn
would
it around,
too.
if he can't turn it around next year, draft a new quarterback.
I would give him another year too, but I mean, he's 24. That's the other problem. He's so young.
Yeah,
Like 24 years old in the NFL. I mean, I don't
that's
know,
pretty
but
damn young.
the other problem is I mean, the Jags, I mean, they have talent, but like it's also hard to be like, oh, he's got all the talent in the world because he's got talent, but he doesn't have all the talent in the world. But also, I just watched that Titans game like while I was waiting for other things to happen, other games
Yeah.
going. He just did not like look engaged. He didn't look like he wanted it, and I don't know.
Yeah, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt for the end of the season here because he had like 4 different injuries.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fair.
Coming
That's
out of that
fair.
AFC North gauntlet they ran, he was pretty fucked up. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this season,
Right.
but if he doesn't turn it around next season, I think the Jags need to start looking for
And
other
that Titans
options.
game was the game they had to win. They would have won the division.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and
They
yeah,
had to beat the 5-win Titans to win the division, and they couldn't do it.
And it
yeah,
is
yeah.
interesting because they did the same collapse that the Eagles did. But
Yep.
because, as Cody's pointing out, the NFC is weak, and because we started so hot, we got to 10 wins, which is more than Jaguars had.
Yep.
We locked it up early and then tanked. They
Yep.
were almost there and then tanked.
Yep, they had to keep winning.
They were like one game out from like 4 weeks ago. All they had to do was win one game, and the division was pretty much over.
Yep.
And they couldn't do it.
I don't know. Fairly
It's not like
tragic.
they played good teams either. They played the Buccaneers before that too, and he did not look good in that game either.
No, he looked like shit in that game. I'll admit.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't know. One
there's-
more year, I think, for Trevor Lawrence, and then I'll pass my judgment.
Right. Yeah, I think there's some fire starting to ignite down in Jacksonville.
I think he's kind of on the hot seat this next season.
Yep.
Anyways,
Well, I think that might honestly be a good spot to cut it there. We can just have this be a football episode because we're at like 55
Yeah.
minutes.
That's
okay,
not a
fair enough.
bad idea. Yeah.
And then we can just
run one
save
next week.
those topics for next time.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.